she made them herself, all sorts of jam.
Did you
puddings.
have orchards or trees, or she bought the fruit to make
She
it?
bought the fruits,
She bought it, yeah.
And some of them were planted in their farm.
They had a farm.
Yeah, they had a farm. Yeah.
Outside of Cairo?
Outside of Cairo.
Did you go there?
Yes, in Damanhur, a place called Damanhur. Yeah.
What was it like there?
It was very nice,
Really?
very. There was a little stream there, and we used to go. And during the 56 war, we had to go there.
Okay.
Because of the bombing and all that.
It wasn't
we had
safe?
It wasn't safe in Cairo. Yeah,
Oh.
so we all went there, and as Mazen said, we all slept in the same rooms, and all the children aside,
Yeah.
But at the same time we had fun. We didn't really realize what was happening.
No.
But we had fun with the cousins.
Yeah. Are you still close with all those cousins? Or?
Not really.
No.
Everybody is scattered away, here and there.
Yeah,
Some in Jeddah, some in Riyadh, some in Europe, in the States, everywhere. We're scattered everywhere.
Yeah. But at that time, it was a happy family.
Yes, it was a happy family.
Well, but I mean, so the presence of Palestine and not being there was constant, or how? I mean, what kind of is this? People, the grandfather would talk about Palestine. What about your parents?
My parents, of course, used to be always talking about politics, but I personally wasn't really aware of things like that during these times. We were always concentrated on our studies. Studies, and that's it. We didn't really mix or in political discussions or things like that. No, we were not like that. But I knew things later on when I got married and went to Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And
is that when you became more politically or historically?
Historically, yes, and not only that, I used to see the embroidery. What attracted me, what attached me, is the embroidery and all these things, the beautiful things that I saw, and I said, well, this is something that we have to preserve, we have to cherish, we have to look into it more. So in Riyadh, I started going to exhibitions and things like that, and start buying all the embroidery and the dresses, and so
which were still being made.
And replicas. They make like authentic ones. But the replicas were made where then? In Jordan.
In Jordan.
In Jordan, mostly in Jordan, in the camps. They used to be made in the camps so that they can survive there as a way of living. Yes, and then go to Amman, and people sell them from Amman.
And you would get them in Saudi Arabia?
And we would get them in Saudi Arabia through an exhibition, through organizations, an exhibition is there, and whenever I see something Palestinian, I just want to jump on it.
So really, would you say that your identity as a Palestinian grew as you go older?
Yes.
Or,
Yes. We of course we knew we were Palestinians. We knew we were kicked out. We knew we were deprived. We knew all that, but I just wanted to what do you say, like I didn't really feel that I need to feel that I am really doing something for Palestine, unless later. Until later, I mean. I just wanted to okay, we are Palestinians, but what can we do? What can we do? We have to do something. So later on, I became really attached, and I wanted to show a difference to people who didn't know Palestine, who didn't know about our culture, who didn't know about all these things. So That's why I'm attached to this. I want to give this to our children also, as we took it from our grandparents. And
Okay,
that's,
so what about your other grandmother? who was-
from my from my father's side,
yeah, who was also
she was also in Cairo.
yeah.
And she used to live with us
She lived
in the
with you.
same house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and she stayed in Cairo until she died. She didn't go back. Nobody went back. Nobody could go back even.
Right.
No.
So what was she like?
She was very kind, very nice.
Really?
Yeah, and also, but you know, people when they at that age they were angry. You can see anger.
Tell me more.
Yeah,
Tell me.
angry about what they lost, angry about they cannot go back, or they have a dream and to go back and they cannot do it. So it's not like the contrast that you hear about. For instance, my auntie, she used to say, we in those two houses we could hear each other laugh
Okay.
from one hill to
Oh,
the
those
other.
two big houses.
The two big houses
Yeah.
in Wadi Hnain.
Yeah.
When they had a gathering, the
Yeah.
family gathering, and they're sitting on the balcony, they could hear the laughs of the other family. That much they were, you know, strong and, you know, happy.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
this didn't happen in Cairo. Of course not.
No.
Of course not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So she was angry and bitter.
my grandfather too.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't see him smile.
Yeah.
Never. Or laugh.
Oh no.
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 No. Always serious.
Yeah.
Always serious. They were, as we say in French, abattus.
Yes,
You know.
abattus.
Yeah. You know. This was
Yeah.
the men in the Palestinian men when they went out in '48. They were like this. So this you crushed a person, and this is a very bad feeling, of course. Nobody wants it for even his enemy.
No. What about your parents?
My parents,
Yeah. How were they?
they also the same thing applies to them. They didn't feel happy as I'm saying my childhood was happy because I didn't realize or
Yeah.
aware or
Right.
no, they were not.
They didn't.
They
have
were
it.
not, of course not, because they struggled also. Yeah, they had they had not an easy life like you know. I mean, not caring. No, of course not.
No.
They had it in their heart that they were deprived of something, and this is not where they belong. They should belong where else, and it's not their home. But they had to accept because this is it's something enforced on them.
Yeah.
They had to live. They had to make us live. They had to bring us up and bring us in the best
Yeah.
universities or
Yeah.
schools and all
Yeah.
that.
So again, education was a high value, or
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, they went to the same school. My brother went to Victoria School, and he went to the States also. And also he started his studies, but he didn't finish. Also, I don't know which circumstances let him go back to Cairo and work there, and then Kuwait. He went to Kuwait, and my elder sister married and went to Kuwait, and another one married and stayed in Cairo. Her husband also used to take care of all the wealth, the farms and all this. And that's
So
it.
these older siblings of yours, was there one or any were you close to? They were quite far.
They were quite far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not really.
No, not really. We used to, you know, respect them, of course.
Yeah.
And we of course, they had their friends, they had their other cousins the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level as them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And were there younger cousins your age also?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Who were maybe more like your family brothers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a cousin living in the same building, and we used
Uh-huh.
to always go and come
Yeah.
visit each other. But,
So, I mean, you're an artist.
mhm.
How did you sort of, in your education, what did you study? What did you like to study? What kind of kid were you anyway?
Well, I finished my توجيهية, as we say in Cairo.
What is it?
It's the secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
secondary school
Yeah.
in Mer de Dieu.
In
In the
Mer
Mer
de
de
Dieu,
Dieu.
yeah.
After I finished, I got married right away in
Yeah.
68.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were 20 years old.
Yeah, I was 20 years old,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
went to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that
Uh,
was a big move, no?
It was a big move, of course. Yeah.
And you left all
It was
this
a cultural shock
Yeah.
also.
I mean,
Yeah.
you had a big extended family there in Cairo.
Yeah, and then there, nobody. I
Yeah.
had to be on my own with my husband,
Wow.
and then it was very different,
Yeah.
very, very different.
What did you do?
Well, I had to mix with foreigners, you know.
What kind of foreigner?
All
All
kinds,
kinds.
all kinds, Americans, all kinds.
But Cairo, you also, there was very cosmopolitan, or you?
Yes, yeah, well, yes.
But you didn't
yeah.
mix as much?
We
or-
didn't mix as much with the
Yeah.
Egyptians, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Some of the family did, but we, personally, we didn't.
Yeah.
We had our school friends, and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
But in Saudi Arabia, we also knew some Palestinian families,
Yeah.
Lebanese,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
we mixed with them.
Lebanese Palestinian.
Lebanese Palestinian, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had two girls there, and then after I had my two girls,
Yeah.
I went to the university. I didn't, because as I said, I finished and then went there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go to university.
So,
So I studied English literature
in Saudi Arabia?
in Saudi Arabia,
Really?
yeah, in King Saud
Okay.
University. It was called University of Riyadh
Okay.
at that time.
Okay.
So I finished there.
How was it?
It was very funny.
Why?
It was very funny because we used to take our courses in locations. It wasn't a big university. In locations like villas, you know.
Oh.
And an English teacher would come. Of course, we had a curriculum and everything.
Yeah.
And an English teacher would come, and another, I don't know, Palestinian teacher would teach us the poetry and literature and all this. And we used to have our exams also in the university, but because we are girls,
Yeah.
we couldn't, mix, of course, with any other students.
Right.
So, and at the end of the fourth year, there was the Queen Iffat.
Yeah.
She was Faisal's wife. She had an idea of having like a sort of cameras and like not virtual, how do you call it, closed circuit TV.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
We are in a class.
Yeah.
We have the teacher through the screen.
Yeah.
And we wanted to ask a question.
Yeah.
We had to go to a microphone and ask him, and he would answer.
Is it because you couldn't be in the same room
Yes.
with the male teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine. That's why I'm saying funny.
Yeah.
So it was that kind, and it was at the end of thank you. At the end we had the graduation day, and also Queen Affat gave us the certificate and everything, and we were all women, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and of course we had to put the abaya
Oh,
when
you
we go
did?
and come. Of
To
course.
go outside.
To go outside or mix or whatever. Yeah.
It was what, just
A veil, like a a veil,
It's
a
like
black
a-
veil,
Yeah.
and the abaya, you
The
know,
whole
you just
thing?
like a cloak or
Like a
whatever,
cloak,
just to
yeah,
wrap it
to
around.
cover your
Even
whole-
if you're wearing
yeah.
like this, you
You
can
just
just put
cover
it.
it.
Yeah, you just cover
And
yourself.
it covered your hair?
You cover your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not your face?
No,
No.
some the Saudis cover their faces. Yeah. But for instance, my daughters they had to cover their faces when they went to school.
They did?
Yes.
Little girls?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah,
What
because
did they
this is
do?
the norms there. It's do as the Romans do when you are in
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah.
So they had to cover their faces, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until how old were they at school there?
Until they were 15,
Mm-hmm.
and then we sent them to Geneva,
Mm-hmm.
both of them, to have their higher education, secondary years. They stayed there for a couple of years each.
Did they like it?
Yes, yes. My brother was living there.
Ah.
And they were in a boarding school,
Yeah.
an international school of Geneva. And after that, we just gathered ourselves and came here to Canada in '88.
So, you studied English literature in different villas and by closed circuit TV.
Yes, yes, yes,
And you studied English poetry.
yes.
Keats and
Wordsworth
Yeah.
and Coleridge and
Nothing-
Shakespeare.
Nothing too modern.
Well, no, not really.
Yeah.
No. No.
But did you like it?
Yes, yes, we loved it. Yeah,
You loved
it was
it?
very nice. Yeah,
Ah.
but as I said, it was a funny way because we didn't feel really going to a proper university, attending classes, mixing with teachers, and having a campus. You know, a proper campus.
So you were a young wife, or
Yeah.
And what kind of community was there a community among other wives, or did you have
Yes,
friends?
yes, of course
Yeah.
we mixed. The only thing we can do
Yeah.
in Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
is visit each other,
Yeah.
just social life.
Yeah.
We were socializing a lot with all the people,
Yeah.
and it's the only thing that you can do. Sometimes they had people having movies. They bring movies, films,
Oh.
and we gather so that you can see a movie. There
Uh-huh.
wasn't anything in cinema clubs, things like
Nothing.
that. Nothing. Even until now, it's forbidden for a woman to drive. So we had
Yes.
chauffeurs also.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
this was funny, because it's although if you can look at it in another perspective, we were pampered.
Yeah.
Having a chauffeur, go take this, you give him a list, getting you
Yeah.
your groceries, but it was a special kind of life. Yeah.
A little bit.
But we had a good life
Did
also
you have a
there.
good life?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we
Yeah.
cannot deny that. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And there was so it was people from different parts of the world
Yes.
that were part of the
Of the
non-Saudi
yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mix with lots of Americans, British, even Korean, our
Canadian?
Canadians, yeah,
Mhm.
and of course the Arab community
Yeah.
also.
So I'm interested once again in sort of your growing attachment to Palestine through craft, through
Yeah,
embroidery.
there
what-
was a club called the International Women's Group,
Mhm.
which I belonged to,
Yeah.
and they had each month like a big gathering to talk about a country or talk about something, and the community wanted to make something for Palestine, so I used to, of course, chip in
Yeah.
and go and do the exhibition or
yeah, what would you show?
dresses,
Yeah.
cushions, embroidered cushions,
Yeah.
pottery, all sorts of things that are made in Palestine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, did you develop connections with people? But these were coming from Amman,
From
or no? The stuff that you would get to exhibit.
yeah. Well, either from Amman or from Kuwait. I used to travel to Kuwait, and if there is an exhibition there, I used to buy things.
Yeah.
Or even when I visit Amman.